Oh, we're going? Hi. Hey friends, Coach Ryder from DHP Health and Fitness. Want to go over some of the points of performance for our push-up today. Push-up is a very common at-home exercise, and in my clinical experience as a healthcare practitioner, one of the most frequent causes of shoulder injuries that we see. Not the acute, oh my God, it popped and tore kind of injuries, but those repetitive strain injuries that come over a long period of time. One of the most important things that we're going to need to do in our push-up position is get out of this old school mindset of having the arms out to the side. Although it is easier because it is recruiting larger muscle groups, it is actually an inappropriate movement range of motion for your shoulder. The shoulder is like a golf club that sits on a golf tee and is made to move in this position, not made to move this way. So when I bring my shoulder out, this little golf tee goes down this way, and now when I'm pushing back and forth like this, I'm rotating on an improper axis for that shoulder joint. So yeah, it'll develop some really nice pec muscles. However, it's going to do so at the sacrifice of the health and stability of your shoulder joints and your rotator cuff muscles. So our general rule of thumb is going to be to take those hands and those elbows and bring them down to the body. Anywhere between close to the body, flush with the elbows next to the body, or out to a 45-degree angle is fine. One of the great ways that you can measure this is actually by keeping your fingers facing forward. So I start off by getting my hands directly underneath my shoulders, and I want you to take my fingertips, my index fingers, and point them forward, bringing the elbows back and down. So whether I'm on my knees or I'm in a full plank push-up, my elbows want to track close to my body and press back up as I come down chest to the floor, full arm extension. Notice my elbows aren't going out to the side, which is going to compensate my shoulders mobility and my musculature health. In addition to that, we also like to have the cue of having the elbows facing back or the elbow pits facing forward to make sure we're having full extension of those arms. Like I said, chest to the floor, thighs to the floor, and come back up. If you're on your knees, that's fine as well too. Same rules apply, coming down and up. Same rules also apply if you want to add more core demand by coming off your knees and doing it standing. You can do the same thing against a standing wall, on a table, or a countertop. However high you are, the easier that load is and the more scaled that movement will be. If you do it on something that's lower, it's going to become more challenging until you go to the floor and eventually start bringing the feet up in elevation. As far as our body, we want to make sure that the core and abdomen is in nice and tight. A lot of times we see breaks in the midline where people will either start with their butt up in the air and they're trying to do their push-ups like this, or very often with a droopy, saggy bottom right here. Call this dirty diaper, right? It's hanging down super low, and they kind of do these, worming themselves up and down. This isn't a good motion either. We want to make sure we keep the core nice and tight. A good way of doing this is putting some pressure down into the feet, tightening up the quads, squeezing the butt, and trying to make the distance between the bottom of our ribs and the top of our hips as small as possible. Basically contracting the abs and maintaining what we would call in gymnastics a hollow hold position. So again, feet behind you, toes touching, butt squeezed tight, quad squeezed nice and tight. Tuck that gut in. There should be a small arch in your body. Body stays facing forward. Elbows stay close to the body as we come down to the ground and press ourselves back up for our repetitions. Again, keeping the elbows tracking in and not out to maintain that shoulder health. Strengthen the chest, the shoulders, and the triceps with your push-ups at home. Enjoy.